And now to Somalia. My colleague Mohammed Mahmoud narrates how the African Union mission in Somalia, AMISOM, captured the coastal port city of Barawe, which is 220 kilometers southwest of the capital, Mogadishu.
Special forces had to be sent in early last night to eliminate Al-Shabaab snipers who had strategically placed themselves on rooftops. The AMISOM forces had to use special explosives to identify the snipers in the dark. The forces then moved in the early hours of the morning, confident that the Al-Shabaab have left the town. We were welcomed by heavy gunfight from a remnant of fighters strategically left behind to prevent the AMISOM forces from capturing Barawe. With approximately 1,500 soldiers, the Al-Shabaab were forced to flee to an awaiting boat when they were overpowered. When the guns went silent, the AMISOM soldiers were sure that they were in control of Barawe, an area that has been key in providing ammunition and foreign fighters for Al-Shabaab. Few hours after the AMISOM forces have liberated the town of Barawe, the residents of this town are much lot happier, given that they are not going to pay any more taxes and being under the rule of the Al-Shabaab forces. As you can see, this car belongs to the deputy army commander of the Somali army, and it was hit by a rocket-propelled grenade earlier when the Al-Shabaab militia were really trying to resist the forces from getting into this town. A special force had to sweep every building to make sure there were no fighters inside.
Mkono juu. Turn your back. Geuka nyuma. Kuja.
Some of the residents were caught up in the exercise.
Yoni uweze kutembea, asubuhi uweze kutembea, uweze kubeba simu pia barabarani. Kuna shida atavunda simu yako pia. Kazi hakuna. Tupiga gatbashi bia neno. Piga ngumi. Mambo mabaya ndugu yangu. The Lower Shabelle governor, Abdulkadir Sheikh Noor, led the residents in celebrating the capture of Barawe. Jubilant about AMISOM's victory, residents gathered at Sheikh Mahmoud Stadium grounds that had earlier been used as a court to execute residents who had beliefs contrary to those of the militia group. Most of the residents we tried to talk to said they were still Al-Shabaab informants in the town and they were afraid to speak to the media.
Mimi ni mtu mzima. Ai shida sikuwa mimi mtu mzima hapa shika. Sikia, mtu mzima kuna maneno ukweli basi. Alhamdulillah.
The Al-Shabaab leaders have escaped and are still being pursued by the Kenya Defense Forces in the Indian Ocean. Barawe town has approximately 15,000 residents and most of them fled their homes to avoid the heavy gunfight anticipated between the AMISOM troops and the Al-Shabaab. Mohammed Mahmoud, KTN in Barawe, Somalia.